hope you're focusing. No. No.
12 seconds later.
Hey besties, today we're going to make cookies. Are you excited? I really like, because I'm excited. I swear I have perfected it. I have these two bowls and that's what we're gonna start with. I'm making chocolate chip cookies, so get on. Get on board or get out. Okay, you obviously need extremely melted butters. I'm terrible at multitasking. Have I ever said that before? So this is gonna be a challenge. Let's see how much I can talk while I do stuff. So you're gonna need 2 sticks of butter, very soft butter. I let this sit this out for like, I let this sit out for about like 3 hours. So I had work this morning. I totally forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. Oh shit. I totally forgot to flatten it. What am I doing? Don't forget, whenever you do dry ingredients, you want to flatten the top. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing, but whatever, we're just gonna go with it. But anyways, I had work this morning and I did not know that it was St. Patrick's Day weekend because I'm not as big St. Patrick's Day gal, you know what I mean? So I was kind of bombarded this morning at work. How busy it was, I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it in the morning. Flour is in and I already pre-separated salt and baking soda. But yeah, and oh my god guys, I've been really obsessed with something and I don't know if it's really weird. And it's literally watching tornado chasing videos on YouTube. I just find tornadoes so fascinating. I honestly find thunderstorms really fascinating. I literally sat, I don't know, for I think like 2 hours the other day watching videos on what supercell thunderstorms are and what the anatomy of a supercell thunderstorm is and like stuff about tornadoes, and I went on a deep dive and then I started watching Storm Chasers and I don't know, I'm just like so fascinated.
Eventually.
These are the dry ingredients. It's the salt, baking soda, flour, and I believe that's all. Yes, I believe that's all. And we're gonna put it aside and we're just gonna mix the sugar with the butter. But I've made these cookies multiple times and they have been delicious. Every time I have made them after I have perfected them, because before I was not very, like I had never really baked before and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like choose one thing that I want to perfect and then I'm going to make it a bunch. And I chose chocolate chip cookies and honestly, I've perfected it, TBH. And I have like, I figured out, I told you I can't multitask.
Meanwhile.
So I'm gonna take brown sugar, and if anything is important, it's the freaking brown sugar. The brown sugar is what makes it like gooey, in my opinion. I'm not sure if that's scientifically correct. Every single time I don't use brown sugar, it doesn't have the same texture. Right now, we mix the butter. Anyways, what I was saying is that I usually will make like 6 or 8. I'll like bake them for the night or for like the next 2 days. I love me a sweet treat. Don't get me started. Ever since I stopped vaping, to be honest, I have the biggest sweet tooth. I'm more of like a salty person and I still love salty stuff, but I definitely like have way more of a sweet tooth. You can't tell me that does not look delicious. I would literally eat this right now. Honestly, baking is quite fun. I never really like thought I would like it, but I'm kind of liking it. And I kind of want to make a cake next or go to like oatmeal, like chocolate chip oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. How? But I kind of want to challenge myself and do like a cake. That would be nice. It's like this. You want to start basically adding the vanilla extract. You can do 2 teaspoons of this. I love vanilla extract. And then we're gonna mix that and we're gonna add 2 eggs, but 1 at a time. Check out my skill of breaking one with 1 hand. Imagine how embarrassing that would have been. You could store this dough in your freezer. Like I'll make them into balls afterwards because I like storing them. And then if you freeze them, whenever you want them, you just preheat the oven and stick them on a baking tray, and it's basically pre-made chocolate chip cookies. I don't know, I just like making a bigger batch. Oh, I didn't even show you that it fell in. But it's basically that consistency. Now we slowly blend the the flour with the wet mixture very slowly and incorporate it until it's smooth. Yeah, I've been really obsessed with tornadoes and like extreme weather stuff recently. I don't know why, it just like came out of nowhere. I'm a little enamored. Although I know that tornadoes are like extremely dangerous, but I do think that it's really cool that Mother Nature can like even brew something like that. So cool. I had an experience with thunder that like, I've always loved thunderstorms, but I had an experience with thunder that like has traumatized me a little bit with thunderstorms, to be honest. It was when we were in our other apartment. So it was the apartment before this one. Oh my God, my hand hurts. Got like a extreme weather report where it was like gonna hail, and I think it was like a tornado warning or something. But like we don't get them very much like where I live on the East Coast, but they do like happen. They've happened here before. We had to take my car and Aiden's car to the nearest like parking garage, so our car didn't get like basically fucked up by the hail, and we had to like walk home, which was probably like a 5-10 minute walk, and we had to do it in time so that we wouldn't get caught in the storm. I grabbed my bag because I'm like, oh, I don't want to leave it here. It starts like raining, and we're walking down the street towards the house. And I turn around, and there's this humongous looming storm cloud, like so dark you can like hear the rain slowly getting closer as it's like pattering on the sidewalk. And is this recording still? Like we watched it and we're like, oh, we're gonna get soaked. We should just like kind of jog. So we start jogging, and then it starts like raining horribly, like so hard. Like I got wet in less than 10 seconds, and it was like humongous pellets. And then it started thundering so loud, and we were like a 2 to 3 minute run back. And keep in mind, this time I was like, we were both vaping, but like I was vaping and I could barely like run for an extended period of time because of how bad my vaping was, which is why I'm glad I quit. I could like barely run and like keep a steady breath. So there was a point where like Aiden Loki had to like carry me to run fast. So he picked me up and we ran. He was like, all right, we're gonna have to run for the last bit. And as soon as he put me down, thunder struck like not less than 10 feet away from me, and it was so loud. It was like you see the light and you immediately hear the thunder. It was so loud that it kicked in my fight or flight, and so fast. I have never ran that fast before. I had never felt like that kind of like fight or flight before. Like I literally thought I was gonna like die. It is quite dangerous to be in like a full thunderstorm. It was so terrifying. It was so terrifying. So now I still love thunderstorms, but like when I hear thunder that close, like I literally get shot back to that situation. It would be so bad. We're almost there. Probably should have switched over to this earlier, but I didn't because I wasn't using my brain and I can't multitask. I don't know if you can see what I was doing the whole time. Well, the last bit of the flour, and then we add the cookie stuff. Oh my God, I can't talk. Where we're at after adding all the dough. It is a pretty like doughy consistency, but it's still soft. They're my favorite. It is the semi-sweet chocolate chips by, if I'm gonna pronounce it, I'm probably gonna butcher this, Ghirardelli. You could use any one of them. I like using semi-sweet because I think it's like the perfect amount of sweetness in it because you already have so much sugar. I'm just gonna use this whole thing. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's the perfect amount. Did anyone else watch Cake Boss? Like, I was obsessed with Cake Boss. I love cooking shows. There was this YouTuber that I used to watch. I forget her name, but she was Italian. Oh, it's Laura Vitale. I used to watch her. I would follow her recipes for specific Thanksgiving, like desserts. For a really long time, I actually was vegan and vegetarian, so I would watch Hot for Food, which I really liked, and they had really good proper vegan meal recipe ideas that weren't just like sauteed veggies and stuff. Like back then, it used to be, you know, like it was hard to find vegetarian meat, like Impossible Meat and stuff like that. Like, it was really hard to find that stuff. You just kind of had like the Morningstar brand, which is like Boku burgers and like the corn dogs and stuff like that. And then you kind of just had to like look around for vegan stuff and use like tofu and tempeh as like replacements. Yeah, I was like vegetarian for, I don't know, like 10 years, and then I was vegan for I think around like 3, and I don't even really know what happened. Stopped being vegan, not for anything specifically. Honestly, I don't even really eat that much meat right now anyways. Honestly, only eat it for like protein, and I eat like these. My protein, I love these things, the Morningstar like sausage things. So whenever I can like opt out of eating like specific meat things, I will. Okay, so next I'm literally just gonna like scoop them out in like to this spoon. I don't have a specific one. If you have like an ice cream scooper, you can use that as well, but I don't. And like make it into a ball, and then I'll place it on this sheet, which goes into the fridge until they harden a little bit, and then I'll put them in like a Ziploc and stick them in the freezer. And then I'm gonna make 6 so I can show you guys. I usually would probably use gloves because I feel like it does kind of melt the chocolate chips. I don't have any more gloves, so that's unfortunate. And my hands are washed. I washed them. Like, come on, you cannot tell me that that isn't like the perfect amount of chocolate chips. This is it cooked, and they've cooled a little. They're a little warm, but I'm gonna move them to a plate. Take a sip of my water. All right, so these are the cookies. Don't they look really yummy? Look how yummy these are. Okay, I'm gonna bite into it. It's so soft.
Damn!
Holy moly. That is exactly what I wanted. Perfected chocolate chip cookies. I hope I don't have chocolate in my mouth. But anyways, thank you for baking with me, guys. Thank you for keeping me company while I bake my beloved chocolate chip cookies. But that is the end of this video today, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye, guys.